So now the next skill for successfully fasting is a very simple one, but I want to point out a few pitfalls. The skill is making herbal tea, and I have here a very nice box of fasting tea, and you might think, oh, perfect! But if you actually look at the list of ingredients, there are about 20 different ingredients in here, and you could react to any of these and you wouldn't know which one. So it's not so good to use an herbal tea mixture that has many, many ingredients. Here's another brand. This is honey vanilla chamomile, and you might think, oh, chamomile, how sweet, how wonderful. But if you look at the ingredients, there are many ingredients here, including something called natural honey vanilla flavoring with other natural flavors. Anytime you see natural flavors, that can hide a whole yucky list of additives that you would never want in your body, even if you weren't fasting, and you can't tell what they are, and they might trigger your food sensitivities. So you really do need to read the labels to make sure there's not something yucky added. The most ideal thing to do would be to get loose tea, and you can get this often in glass jars at health food stores. And this one is largely alfalfa. I've added other things to it, but if you could get something like pure alfalfa, and I actually don't like the taste of pure alfalfa that much. I usually put a little mint in to help that. But if you were to know that alfalfa and mint were both okay for you, that's a really lovely mixture, and alfalfa is very alkalizing for the body. So it's one of the most ideal teas to use. And then if you can have something like this where you can put the tea in it and put it in a cup, or there are also tea eggs that you can get. They're a little bit harder to use. Put the loose tea in. And make sure you don't load it up with all this dry tea so that it's all the way filled, because it will swell and it will make these tea eggs almost impossible to open when there's too much inside pressure. So don't fill this up more than about 1/3 of the way. So then all you have to do then is pour your hot water. Herbal teas usually take a little bit longer to steep than normal caffeinated teas, so give it about 5-10 minutes. And if you're in a really cold climate, this is my home spun trick. I like to get a canning lid when my herbal tea is brewing and put it on top, and that will keep the heat in so that in 5 or 10 minutes you'll still have a very lovely hot cup of tea. So that's it for the herbal teas, and now we will go on to the final skill for fasting, which is a less savory but nonetheless very important one.